Ain't nothing wrong with you, just remember you're special. Feeling hopeless and alone, just remember there's always God there to be there to help you. Put in effort, make mistakes, no one on this earth is perfect. Trials and tribulations both in life are guaranteed, but in the end it's all worth it. I'm hoping and I'm praying this is something relatable and the words are beneficial when someone out there can understand what I'm saying. Mind, muscle, motivation. Let's stop playing. Share it with the nation. What's going on with you? It's mind, muscle, spirit, motivation. Again, that's mind, muscle, spirit, motivation. I thank you for tuning in. If you want to look at the muscle motivation of this channel, feel free to just go and look at all the past videos I've made, the videos I'm still making, videos that you see before this video. That little one right there is my 3-year-old son who's peeking in here after I done told him not to come in here. I'm about the spirit and I'm about the mind motivation. So that's what I've been really focusing on or trying to focus on. So, yeah, like, subscribe, share, and let's get busy. Let's get busy. Let's get bitty. Let's get with it. So like I said, I had a pretty challenging workout, so excuse me for the nakedness. But I wanted to get right into it because working out is a lifestyle. Don't get me wrong. It's absolutely a lifestyle. If I don't do it, I feel all out of place and I feel like everything is all out of proportion. So it must be a part of my day. Again, check in with the little one. But I was thinking about the mass majority of the time that I work out, what's going through my head. And I had to be honest with myself, and it's a lot of childhood trauma, and it's a lot of relationship trauma. It's a lot of disrespected type of trauma that I've been holding on to and that I hadn't let go. And so I wanted to make this video and to really talk about it and see what kind of answers I can get. And if you're like me, which there has to be, I'm not the only person who works out, trying to get rid of the things I haven't let go and the things that have been traumatic. Whether it's, like I said, death, there's all different kind of trauma that we experience. But like I said, a lot of mine is the stuff that I allowed people to do, people to say. So I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to really dive into it, and what I've come to the conclusion of and is the things that have been said, can't do nothing about it. They were said, and what I thought about was that you are not what people call you, you're who you respond to. And people who have said something to you, that's an issue with them that they have taken out on you and that they took out on you. And what people say about you is none of your business. That's an issue that they have to go to sleep with at night. You can hear it, or you can keep hearing it and take it to bed with you. But if you're a person who really has sympathy for people who that have issues, that they're taking it out on other people, it may be even you, I think we can finally tell ourselves that there's something going on with them, and you're just a target that they took a shot on and that they hit. Now, we as people have to understand that we're all dealing with something, and we all have different outlets. And for some people, unfortunately, an outlet may be another person. They can be jealous of them. They can see them as a threat. They can be intimidated. I mean, it goes on and on. But people will take out their issues on you. And a lot of times it's verbally, because physically is a whole different type of story I'm not going to get into. But I'm a type of person that I will allow you to talk. I will allow you to say what you want to say, and even to my face. But it's a whole completely different type of story, and it will be a whole different type of outcome if you put your hands on me. And again, that may be even you. But that's the verbal abuse and trauma that we may have all experienced and that we may all be experiencing. But again, we have to be sympathetic for the person who may do the verbal abuse. And maybe it was done to them. But all in all, I've come to the conclusion that when it comes to words being said, I have to let it go. And I guess it's okay to use it as fuel when I'm working out, even though it's a lifestyle. That is something that keeps me going. And when I was younger, it was something that filled me with rage. But now I'm calm, and now I work out for a complete different type of reason. But that used to be the main reason, because I'm not a person who will talk. I'm not going to go verbally with you. I'm not going to have this verbal fight. That's never been me, and it never will be me. But again, that's one of the reasons why I work out. And working out today, having, a very uncomfortable type of workout, I'm able to figure these things out. But like I said, I've come to the conclusion that holding on to that, using it as fuel, it probably isn't the best thing to do, because the way that I work out, I'm not going to be able to work out regardless of what I'm thinking about forever. Every day, whether I want to admit it or not, I am growing older, and my bones won't forever be as strong as they currently are. So if I have that rage when it comes to the trauma that I experience verbally for the rest of my life, I'm not going to be able to physically get rid of it. So then what am I going to do? I'm probably going to become the person who gives verbal abuse. So you got to be careful what you hold on to, because you can become that exact same thing. Now, I've also realized, even with trauma, like with what I've seen, physical abuse, I really don't know how to get rid of that. So if you're a person who has seen physical trauma, seeing a therapist may be something. And I'm not a therapist. Again, little one back there. But that's just unfortunate, especially if you're someone of his age. Seeing physical abuse should never have to be something that you have to see and live with. So my prayers and my thoughts. But I have seen physical abuse, and I just try not to dwell on it, because again, you could become someone that does something that you're trying to, rid yourself of. So we just have to be careful what we dwell on, what we continuously think about, because we can become that which we don't want to be. From trying to avoid being it so much, you can become it. So with the physical abuse, I'm still trying to figure out that thing right there. And
I didn't find me.
Okay. I don't know what he said, but that's some okay. Okay, that's some advice right there. Okay, buddy. You need to go wash your hands, buddy. I'll be out in a minute. You need to wash your hands with Gigi.
I need to watch it.
Okay, we're gonna watch, buddy. You gotta let me talk, okay?
Okay.
Lost all train of thought. But when it comes to any type of trauma, okay, I don't want to name any that's too specific, because I'll be leaving a lot out. But that's baggage. That's baggage that we're carrying around. Because people who say things, people who have done things, they're living their life. Every single day, they're living their life, and they're doing whatever it is that they want to do. And more than likely, unfortunately, people don't change by words, they change by actions. So more than likely, whatever they did to you, they're probably still doing it to someone else. But if we carry that baggage from what people have done, it will become just that, baggage. It will become weight that we carry around every single day for the rest of our lives. And like I said, carrying that around will more than likely make you become that weight which you're trying to carry. Because eventually it's going to become so heavy, and we're going to give in, we're going to let it fall on us. And then before you know it, we're going to be giving that weight to someone else. Hurt people, hurt other people. Damage people, damage other people. It's the circle of life. That's just something that it's what happens. You see it. I'm pretty sure you're somebody that knows it through somebody else. And what is it, buddy?
That's you.
Yeah, my buddy, I'll touch your arm too.
That's
You
not.
showing your muscles?
No.
But we just got to be careful with our thoughts, because people will give baggage to you, and a lot of people, we're all messed up in some way. That's just the truth. We really are, all of us. Little one trying to flex back there. We're all dealing with something, and we just got to be careful not to put our baggage on somebody else. You know, we got to deal with it. We got to own up to stuff, because if we don't, that's when we start to take it out on other people. So when it comes to trauma, you just got to understand, like I said, it varies. People really have true, genuine trauma. And I'm not saying that the trauma that I shared isn't trauma, but some people really have, serious trauma that they're dealing with. And some of it is harder than others. But when it comes to other people, it's baggage, it's weight. And it's just something that we're carrying around every single day. So I don't want to say this too nonchalant, but we have to let it go. We have to, whether it's through prayer, therapy, or maybe even working out. I do encourage working out to be an outlet, because that's just what it is. It's an outlet. But I don't encourage you to use it as an outlet so much so to where it's what's causing you to do that good thing that can be for you. Because we all need outlets. So being physically active, it's keeping you in shape, it's keeping you healthy. That's the good thing. That's the great thing about it. But you can't use it so much so because, like I said, you can really be strong from using those traumas. And you know, when you want to get going, yeah. But like I said, using it as a trauma to get you going, to do that one thing, it's not going to be enough forever. It could be enough currently, but it's not going to be enough forever. So that's why we got to be selective of how we use trauma. And some of the trauma, we really have to let it go. We have to. Huh? Okay, buddy. It's easier said than done. I know it is. It's easier said than done. Because this trauma that I walk around with every single day, and they always pop up. That's the thing. The trauma and the things that we're kind of not stuck with, but we don't let go pretty much. It will stay with us forever. It really will. But that's when we really got to dive into it, I think. That's when whatever trauma that we are going through that we haven't let go, that's when we really got to dive into it. That's when we got to break it into pieces. Because like I said, when it comes to what people have done, I think that may be an easier type of trauma to let go and move on from. Because like I said, we're messed up people. No one is perfect. We have things done to us that we will do to someone else. And that's something that we have to understand, that we have to try to remind ourselves. Like I said, hurt people hurt other people, damage other people. Toxic people will make somebody else toxic. Jealous people will pretty much make, you get what I'm saying. But yeah, it's a topic that popped up because I'm working out, and sure, stress is another reason, and being in shape, of course, is a reason. There's all different reasons why I work out, but that popped up, and I wasn't able to let it go. So I had to jump up in here right off the bat, and I had to talk about it. And hopefully, after talking about it, I can look at this video and really understand myself, because that's what I'm about. Like I said, growth, trying to get better, and really trying to figure yourself out. Because I don't want to be one of those people who I can know somebody else more than how I know myself. And we as people, a lot of us are like that. We can give advice to somebody else so much because we know them so well, but when it comes to us, we're wondering why we do stuff and we don't have any answers for it. So that's what I'm doing right here, right now. Trying to figure out why I do what I do, and working out is something that I do every single day. So I'm trying to figure out what exactly are the issues, if there's any. What exactly are the reasons? Because there are many. So, like I said, trauma, letting it go, moving forward, and becoming better people. That's something that we have to do. Watch out, buddy. Go spit. You poo-poo? You done? So I'm gonna have to cut this video short because little one's gonna have this house smelling absolute terrible. That's the knowledge that I shared is the knowledge that I have, and I'm still trying to get more. So hopefully the knowledge that I shared can be somewhat of help and use. But for people who have that true, just horrific trauma, I encourage you to get help. I don't encourage any type of trauma just to be sat on every single day. We all gotta have outlets, but we're gonna take it out on those that we love, and that's one of the worst things that can happen. That's probably the worst thing that happens, taking it out on people who have had nothing to do with whatever happened to us. So, mind, muscle, spirit, motivation. Like, subscribe, share. Trauma, pray, let go, move on, become better. Find outlets, find people who have maybe dealt with what you're dealing with. Maybe they can give advice, maybe they can help. Always seek help, people, always seek help. Never let trauma just dwell on your mind, on your body, your soul, your spirit. Find a way to let it go. Find a way so it can be at least a little easier to deal with. And remember, we grow through what we go through. Just remember that. So always keep your head up. And if you can look up, you can get up. So never keep your head down with what's being said, with what's being done. Always keep your head up. And remember, you're not what people call you, you're who you respond to. You're not who people call you, you're who you respond to. Remember that. There's a lot of verbal abuse being done every single day. People being called out of their name. Whether it's arguments, whether people just being disrespectful, whatever it may be. And have sympathy for people. Have sympathy. Be sympathetic. Because that person who's running their mouth, that person who may have done physical abuse, they have either seen it, they haven't let it go, they haven't sought help, and now they're doing the one thing that they had to pretty much deal with all their life. So remember, never dwell on it. Whatever it may be, never dwell on it. Always find an outlet and make sure it's a good outlet, because also people have bad outlets. Whether it's, I'm not here to judge whether it's alcohol, sex. I don't want him saying it. sex. Just make sure it's something that's beneficial. It's something good, and it's not something that's going to harm you in the long run. So again, mind, muscle, spirit, motivation. Until next time, we are out.
There's a great quote from Haluk Somozian. He says, heroes and villains both come from the same backstory, pain. The villain says, the world hurt me, I'm going to hurt it back. And the hero says, the world hurt me, I'm not going to let it hurt anyone else. Heroes use pain, villains are used by it. That's a great reference for everything in your life, because you can use it as fuel to better yourself and make sure that everyone else doesn't get hurt by the thing that you've been hurt by. Or you can blame it on everyone else and just be a victim and be stuck in the same spot. Where I've found the most amount of growth happen in my life is when I look within. And even if it's not my fault, blame it on myself, because through that I seek answers. The way I get the answers is by asking the right questions. And the more questions I'm asking myself, the more I'm learning about myself, the more I'm sharpening that sword. So then hopefully when I get myself in a position again where I'm faced with a challenge, I can overcome it and I can become better.
You got fuel, man. You can put in your car and drive to the shops, or you can burn your house down. How do you want to use it?
Yeah.